my channel. My name is Monette and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. And tonight we're going to get right into a read here for all of you. So excited to do that. We are going to be doing Something You Forgot. This song is a song by Lil Wayne. And for some reason in the last few weeks it's been kind of playing in my brain. So what I'm going to do is pull up the energy and we are going to take a look at this and weave it into a reading. My angels sometimes have me do this. It's kind of one of my favorite things. I love music, so I thought I would share that with you and see what comes up. The message here, or the messaging from this, is essentially that Lil Wayne is having a divine masculine awakening after being very karmic and treacherous to whomever he's penned this song for. Guys, forgive me, it is late. It has been a day. Lawyers and sushi with friends and all kinds of things. It's been a day. All right, so let's take a look here and see. And I wanted to pull up the lyrics. That's what I was going to do. Okay. Because I wanted to actually go through it with you guys and then tie it into a reading. Hi to whoever just popped in. So glad to see you here. All right. Something you forgot. I'm hearing you call me butter. I call you babe. So this is about um, nicknames. This is about intimacy. This is a love reading for anybody that is curious. This is not going to be, oh my goodness, I got to unmute. They're taking me into YouTube. We can't do that even though I'm on YouTube. We can't do that because we will get copyrighted. Guys, bear with me here. Oh my gosh. Thank you, angels. Yeah, let's do it here. All right, guys, bear with me as more people are filing into the room as well. All right, here we go. And leaving the room as well. Thank you for the like, whoever came in. I appreciate you. Now let's get into this. All right, something you forgot. Oh, man. I'm going to just read it through, and then we're going to pull some cards here and see what it does, what it do, and see what the message is here. The first thing, and it's so interesting to me because it's is exactly what I think your masculine may be feeling. And again, you guys know when I channel this stuff, you know I hate mushy gushy stuff. But I think that sometimes this song specifically is going to be cathartic, I think, for somebody. I don't think that it's going to just be triggering, okay? Because even if there's situations where you're not going to go back or you're not revisiting it, energetically, we all like to know what our impact may have been on whomever we were dealing with. So let's take a look here. All right, guys. I've been lonely. I've been waiting for you. I'm pretending, and that's all I can do. And then he has a refrain. That's all I can do, mama. The love I'm sending, it ain't making it through to your heart. I hope you hear me. That first part is the part where I remember hearing this song years ago, and it's so funny, I say this all the time. When you don't have life experience, these songs mean something to you and you enjoy it, but you don't really get how important they are. And when you go through something, you're like, I get it. So this is what your angels want you to understand, is that someone is getting it. Someone is waking up. Someone is understanding just what they might have done. And also, I think what they've lost. And that's the thing that's really interesting to me. This is not my energy. This is definitely for you. I had someone ask me about that. Three of Cups. This is a third party situation. I've been lonely. I can't sing. Y'all know, but I still express. I've been waiting for you. I'm pretending, and that's all I can do. The love I'm sending ain't making it through to your heart. And then a plea. I hope you hear me. All right. He says, since I've lost you, I'm lost too. Feeling like he's at the bottom like a horseshoe. Sorry for the trouble that I put you and your heart through. God knows that I'd do anything for a part two, or to be praying for the day you come back to me. saying that you forgive me. Give me another chance. I'm needing it like a kidney. I don't want to advance. Give me back her hands. Give me back her touch. I don't ask for much, but I fucked up. I know I fucked up. I admit I fucked up, but everybody fucks up. Now this other dude's lucked up, telling me and my clique that we don't give an F. I'm going to stop. It is after hours, but that was a lot of F's, but you needed to get that. That's the apology from your masculine, okay? I'm going to say it again, but I'll put it in the F's, okay? But I effed up. I know I effed up. I admit I effed up, but everybody effs up. Now this other dude lucks up. There are other words in here that I'm replacing because I'm not going to say those at all ever on my channel, but I will say the curse words. So I love that part because your masculine is apologizing. Literally the Page of Pentacles here. Because you've walked away. The love he's sending ain't making it through to your heart. And it's something that he's worried that you forgot. So I thought that that was really interesting. So he says this, tell me and my clique that we don't give a blank because we're from New Orleans and she was from Georgia. She was my down chick. I was her soldier. I was her gangster. She was my shoulder. You were the pistol to my holster. Bang. Bonnie and Clyde. This man is in love, y'all. Okay? This man is in love. Somebody's masculine out here is in love. Okay? So there are some of you guys that they didn't get into the clutches of the karmic. And even though they messed up, they want back in. King of Cups. That is an abundant love. They're promising to be stable with the red on in this energy here. That's about root chakra. So they're like, no, I promise I can be stability. I can be what you need from me. That's what they're saying. And that's what Lil Wayne is saying here. And then he says to her, you've been hiding, never letting it show, always trying to keep it under control. And he says, I see you hiding it, mama. You got it down. And you're well on your way to the top. Keep doing your thing, but there's something that you forgot. Divine Feminine, what we're getting from that message is that the glow up after you leave whoever is crazy is always pretty impeccable because you put in a lot of work and energy, and you also put in a lot of this, a lot of grief. You've released the kraken of your tears. You've spent maybe years taking care of a thing energetically, and now someone feels abandoned and left out in the cold by you. Isn't that interesting? That's what's happening here. Five of Pentacles with the Page of Swords, and now they're spying. I've been waiting. That's what he says here. There's something you forgot. And here's where he really gets into what I think a lot of us wondered if they forgot when they were out with their dalliances and their third-party energy. He says, you forgot about the house. You forgot about the ring. Isn't it funny how our masculines will mirror us on the other side of the discovery that what we were and all we were was love? But they did forfeit that for fuckery. Okay, after hours, y'all. After hours, 18 and up. You forgot about the house. You forgot about the ring. I remember everything. Didn't we remember everything? I just want to hear you sing. I remember the love right after the fights. You can't tell me you don't remember those nights. And if I would cry, you would cry twice. To me, you were the brightest star under sunlight. Take away my title and take away my stripes, but give me back my girl and you give me back my life. Give me back my girl and you give me back my life. See, this is just a nightmare. So I blinked twice. Open up my eyes, hoping she be in my sight. I remember the time. I wish I could bring it back. What she means to me is what I mean to rap. Lil Wayne is one of the most prolific, top 5 greatest dead or alive, easily and non-debatable. He is one of the best. He is a GOAT, greatest of all time. When he says what she means to me is what I mean to rap, Divine Feminine, what I need you to understand is that your masculine, no matter how much he messed up, understands exactly how valuable you are. To say that what his woman means to him is what he means to rap is to place her in the highest of upper echelons and greatest of importance. It's to put her in the conversation in any way, just like Lil Wayne would be put in the conversation in any way regarding his skills and his set. Hey, Emily, King of Pentacles. He wants to be stable for you. he feels guilty. Some of you guys here are having that experience, and I just thought that that was something that was so interesting too. That mirror parallel, right? About you forgot about the house, you forgot about the ring. When someone is stepping out in a connection or relationship, they forget about all those things purposely because it's convenient, because for funsies, whatever, and we are kind of left there holding the bag. It's fascinating to me to hear the masculine flip it and reverse it. You forgot about that. No, 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 no. Usually, divine feminine doesn't forget about that. They walk away after many, many chances and many opportunities for whomever to get whatever right. And if they don't get it right, then you can't tell me you don't remember those nights when I was in the thick of that fight trying to make sure that we said goodnight, that we communicated, that we connected. Divine feminine, y'all know what I'm saying. We do these things. So your masculine saying this to you. Last verse. But I hope you haven't forgot me. He says, but I hope you haven't forgotten me. Up in the living room watching Sports Center, you were cooking dinner. I was a sinner, but the Lord is a forgiver. You know, they say if you pray, then you can get your blessings ordered and delivered. And now here's where the hate. This is a Marvin's Room Drake energy. I'm just saying you can do better. He says, and your boyfriend is not like me. Ma, you even went and got a teardrop like me, meaning a tattoo to replicate what he had. I remember we would sit at home all day. You call me butter. I call you babe. My mama asked about you. My partners did too. I know your daughter will be so amazing like you. And you know, he says, and I know you probably wish you never met me. And I just wish that you never forget me. And let me say, please don't worry about the women I have been with. No engagement can amount to your friendship. And I hope that the dude knows he's got a queen. And all I can do is dream. Damn. Come on, y'all. I know that this may not be your genre. And Little Wayne may not be your thing. But that's poetry. All I can do is dream. I hope he knows he has a queen. But all I can do is dream. It's interesting because, and it ends with the last refrain. I've been lonely. I've been waiting for you. Been pretending. The great pretender, you're masculine. And that's all I can do. The love I'm sending, come on, ain't making it through to your heart. No. Why doesn't it not make it through to our heart, guys? Because there was a lack of give and take. Six of Pentacles. Also, the Queen of Swords is coming up in my mind's eye, which means that the love doesn't get through to the Queen of Swords' heart. She is cold, and she has been torn apart. She has PTSD because someone, PTSD, Nine of Wands, Sagittarian energy, was living selfishly. Nine of Cups, indulgence, overindulgence, addictions, sexual addictions, predilections, lying, falsehoods. Yes, and it changed. That's what, see, it's so funny. Usually this is about an expansion, but with the Ace of Cups, I'm actually seeing the constriction. The love I'm sending ain't making it through to your heart. Why is that? Because your masculine was behaving like the Knight of Wands. Why is that? Because of the Seven of Cups. Because he thought he had so many options, and he was unwilling to do what? They just show me the Three of Pentacles. He was unwilling to work with you. That is what he wanted to do. Now he's saying, I'm pretending, and it's all I can do. It's never ending, cause I'm missing you, boo. The love I'm sending ain't making it through to your heart. No. And now he's depressed. The Moon card, and disillusioned, like you were, remember? Disillusioned, depressed, addicted, losing himself in drugs and women. And what did he say? No, please don't worry about the women that I've been with. No engagement, no karmic, no side piece, no car F, no afternoon delight, skyrockets in flight can compare to your friendship. Big divine feminine, can we talk? Can I get a little booby pump? Can we talk? Divine feminine, you, without even using your body, even though you did use your body with your masculine, but without even using your body, are more enticing, more alluring, more appealing than anybody that he dealt with to kind of numb his pain, because he realized what a drain he had been on you and that you were no longer going to take it, boo. You had no more tears left to cry. You said goodbye. You realized, what did Ariana say? God is a woman. And this woman will end your life, energetically speaking, especially if you disrespect your wife. So, guys, your masculine wants you to know that they'd like to change. So funny, scorpionic energy, major change and overhaul. Remember, he said, I would love one more chance. I pray about it every night. Give me back her love. Give me back her life, because he's in anguish energetically. Because you're defensive, as you should be. Seven of Wands, because the tower got brought in, excuse me, and you are no longer taking ish. You're back in your power, Queen of Wands. This is my divine feminine. You are now not interested in what he has to say. Look at that boredom. Look at that boredom. You are looking away, and your ancestor said, go on, sister. Go on, sis. Go on, queen. Sashay. Guess what they're sashaying you in? Into a new day. This is where you're going. To a new connection, to new energy, all that stuff. This is what your masculine is doing, reminiscing about when he had the common sense to know that you were more than enough. That's something that he forgot. But it's something you'll never forget. And it's something he will always remember. Please don't worry about the women that I've been with. No amount of hoes can equate to your friendship. That's the message from Lil Wayne tonight. It didn't feel as cohesive as I thought it would be. I think maybe sometimes the message comes through so clearly. The last two cards that just fell. Whew. The Queen of Swords is here. Ooh. Oh, 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 oh. Some of your masculines got other people pregnant or invested into other people. And the third party situation was real. What's so funny here is I look at these cards. I'm going to put them on my thing so you can see them. But I look at these cards. We have the King of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Scorpionic energy of death and rebirth, which is Scorpio, the card of Scorpio here, the Death card, the Grim Reaper, the Ender, and then the World, a karmic beginning. What I'm seeing the story from your masculine is that he is he now taking responsibility, or is he not taking responsibility? Let me show you these cards, and then we're going to get into it. All right. So I want you to see this. Your masculine on some level is not taking responsibility. I just heard for what he created. The third party situation, being involved energetically with somebody else, violating whatever your rules were. It changed everything. With the Death card here, it changed everything. It opened a new portal for you. Remember when he says, I see you, you're a queen, live your dream, your daughter's going to be amazing just like you. That's all he can do is send well wishes energetically, telepathically in the 5D. A lot of us understand about that communication. So this is what I see here, is that he created this kind of chaos by being cold, cruel, and unthinking with the King of Swords here. And it caused betrayal to you, which caused the ending, which caused a new beginning for you, which caused you to collaborate with the universe and turn into the Empress. Reading it backwards, he saw what he thought was an Empress, but it was a femme fatale. It was a freak hoe. Hey, hi, Tanisha, hi. It was a freak that they want to know. Anyway, he didn't know, and he didn't care. He wanted the third party everywhere, and he wanted to step out. This caused an ending in your connection. Maybe the person he went to was a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. This caused you to feel ultimate betrayal and to see him as a narcissist, which is usually represented with the King of Swords. You see the backwards and forward story, how cool that is? He betrayed you and you end up as the Empress. He saw what he thought was an Empress and it took him to his ultimate demise. Come on! Backwards and forwards, my angels never lie. That's the story. And now he wants to rebalance it. Sagittarian energy, the Temperance card, he wants to rebalance the thing. That's something that he can forget about, right? For most of us here, we have moved on to the other connection. We have moved on to hot smoking convection is what I just heard. Come on, angels. Oh, they're talking to me tonight. Let me show you what they just did. Let me show you what they just did. I've been waiting. Come on. I've been what for you? Pretending, and it's all I can do. The love I'm sending. Come on now, runner chaser dynamic. Ain't making it through to your heart. And that's something that you forgot. No, no, no. We didn't forget anything, divine feminine. Let's talk about how we showed up in our own reading. The Queen of Cups. Come on. Yes, 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 yes. I love to see it. How beautiful is this? A lot of us are heading into deeper union, whether it's just with ourselves, with this Ten of Cups, ultimate emotional fulfillment. Being emotionally honest with ourselves is a really important thing. The other thing that comes up here is the Ace of Pentacles. We now have stability in our lives. The other thing that comes up here is the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, yes, Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Swords and the Chariot. So let's talk about what's happening here. As you are getting more and more stable, inviting love relationships into your life and or connections to yourself, to your business, or to your community, this isn't always love, you are getting stabilized. Your money is increasing. Okay, so that's one of the things that's happening here. That money increasing is a super big deal. The other thing that they talk about here is you being highly intuitive and surrendering. Do you see this? You are surrendering and your eyes are shut, but they are open. You are paying attention. This is about suitors and new offers coming in for you here with the Knight of Cups. And that's what is happening. Now, your masculine is watching that. Remember, I said the Page of Swords showed up earlier. Your masculine is watching that. He's watching that other things are happening for you, that you're having new opportunities, or maybe you're getting your strength back, you're feeling better, whatever your situation is, Divine Feminine. And now he is the runner chasing after you. You're the motorcycle up ahead. Now, energetically, he's chasing after you, and that's the premise of this song. There's something you forgot. Can you not hear him screaming it? Wait, there's something you forgot. You forgot about the house. You forgot about the ring. You can't tell me you don't remember those things. Divine Feminine, I do think that we were mirroring that question when they were being rubber band bear, wild as a Taliban, 9 in their left, no condoms in their other hand. I think that we were asking, is there something you forgot? Did you forget the condoms in the nightstand? Or did you want to be wild as a Taliban and oh, tell me why do we build castles in the sky? They wanted to build some castles in the sky and they ran off. And that's no lie. But guess what you now do? You're off. And maybe it's to Dubai? Come on. Who wants to smoke? Hot boxing in the whip. I don't even smoke. Well, guys, let me tell you, that song comes up here. Who wants to smoke? Your masculine understands that you're upset with him. That phrase, who wants to smoke, is about who wants to fight, who wants to argue, who wants to disagree, who wants to try me. I just heard that energy. Hot boxing in the whip. I don't even smoke. Some of your masculines really liked you because you're a good girl. All right, because you're a good girl, and you know it. All these songs are coming in tonight. They like that you were a good girl, even if you did or didn't smoke. Hot boxing in the whip. I don't even smoke. Yeah, and he next in the next line he talks about putting chandeliers, hey, up in her ear. Yeah, I didn't even plan that. So that is one of the things that you are needing to know. Some of you guys got your masculine credit. You gave energetic credit, or some of you gave actual credit. I see some of you guys paying off cars and various things like that. You're going to get all of that back from the universe. And what they wanted you to know is that even though you're going to get it back, it's not going to come in slow. It's going to be balanced. And that's something that they definitely want you to hone in on, and they want you to know. There's something you forgot. And the thing you forgot for a while was who you are. It wasn't so much who he was. The thing you forgot was that you're worth more. You see the meager offering with the Page of Pentacles? Someone who couldn't make a decision. That was not balance. This is balance. Two of Wands is indecision. The Justice card, even though there are two scales, is perfectly balanced. Libra energy, Libra season coming up. Now, hey Libras, how you doing? Also, the scales of justice, also divorce, this card represents. This also represents coupling, contracts, new energies. You've made up your mind and you've decided who is the weakest link. You've decided to abandon poverty consciousness and think with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups back to back. 5-5 is a Saturnian number, 5 associated with the planet Saturn, which is associated with long lessons, which is associated with real, deep, lasting change. There's something your masculine forgot, and I can't tell him he doesn't remember those days when you called him butter and he called you babe, or whatever your nicknames were for each other that were yummy and mushy. He did remember those days, but he chose to stuff that away. It's something that he forgot when he dived into illusion and addiction. And it means that you had to protect yourself because he was causing confusion. That's something he may have never known. What he may not have known is how you will never forget what he put you through. It doesn't mean that you won't move on or that you won't get a new boo. It doesn't mean that you won't forgive him someday and pray that he won't continue to do the things that he loved to do. But it does mean that reconciliation with that divine masculine is something he can forget. This message wasn't about pricking your heart for reconciliation in return. It is Mercury retrograde, and that's why this message got churned up in my spirit. But my angels are saying, let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. That may be a double entendre for your masculine, but it is specifically for you figurative. Let the relationship burn. There were things that you had to learn. I have a favorite friend of mine, a Trinidadian guy, who says, you have to burn to learn, right? You have to burn to learn. I don't like to always take that approach when it comes to executing and learning lessons. Sometimes I like for it to be something that's a little more easy. Divine Feminine, the thing coming up for you is going to be a lot easier. That's something that you will not have to work as hard for. Doesn't mean that any relationship doesn't take work. It does mean that once you forget about the things that your masculine forgot about, you really move on. It's a better day. And you understand what all that was about. Something you forgot. In this Mercury retrograde, what I was saying is that X's come up in retrogrades. As I've been reading for clients over the last few days, it's been a lot of X reconnection, X reconciliation, and people trying to figure out what they want to do. Sometimes the X comes back in not for you to be rekindled booze, but for you to have full closure so that you know that there's nothing you forgot. There's nothing you want to look back over. I can do that and did that in my case energetically. I recommend for you, Divine Feminine, if you haven't done that, do the same. And if they pop back up, actually, let it not be in vain. Extract everything you need from them. And I don't just mean sexy time. I mean questions answered and clarifying that they understood you were divine. Yeah, you deserve that. But it's onward and upwards. And he knows it. As he says in one of the last lines of the song, he knows that you are not coming back. He knows that you have moved on. He knows, he says, but I hope you haven't forgot me up in the living room watching Sports Center. You were cooking dinner. I was such a sinner, but the Lord is a forgiver. A lot of your masculines used you like salvation. There is a premise with salvation that you can wait until the final hour to ask to be saved, and then you will enter into the kingdom of heaven as long as you pray the prayer, right? The thing about it is there's a whole relationship with your angels, ancestors, and with God that you are supposed to have, or the universe, or whatever you believe in. And there's a reason, because it helps to ease the passage of your life. It helps to guide you to junctures that are right, and it helps you to make the right decision. Sure, you can pray a prayer at the end and ask to be forgiven. But if you're not living integrally in the relationship, are you really extracting the benefits? And is the other person being nurtured in the way that they need to? I was such a sinner, but the Lord is a forgiver. This line reminds me, tonight I went out and had sushi with a friend. And after meeting up with my lawyer, and I was talking to my friend about her ex. She's divorced, and I remember being with them, and she's watching, so hey girl. But I remember being with them and uh watching what a good wife she was to him. He was her divine masculine. She was his wife, and she would get him ready, and he would go out at night. She's divorced, so this is like, I'm not peeling back anything. And we knew then even what was happening, and I would stay with her because she didn't like being alone. Someone who was married didn't like being alone in their house at night because their husband didn't want to be home. So we'd cook and laugh and watch TV and all that thing. But I remember how faithful she was. I remember him coming in one day and kissing her and saying to her, you don't deserve this. Because he knew what a sinner he was, and he knew that she'd be a forgiver. She happens to be a devout Christian. That is what some of you guys may have gone through. There's a reason I say that. Maybe that pertains to you. Someone knowing that they were actively treating you terribly and just hoping that you'll forgive them infinitesimally. He says, you know, they say if you pray, you can get your blessings ordered and delivered. And so he's been praying for you to come back. I'm going to repeat this one more time because for those of you entering into union, this hate energetically will come, whether it comes actually or emotionally. It's going to come. He says, and your boyfriend is not like me. Ma, you even went and got a teardrop like me. I remember when we would sit at home all day. You called me butter. I call you babe. My mama asked about you. My partners did too. I know your daughter will be so amazing like you. I know you probably wish you never met me. And I just wish you'd never forget me. Hear this again, guys. Please don't worry about the women I have been with. No engagement can amount to your friendship. And I hope that dude knows he has a queen. And all I can do is dream. Damn. The last thing you need to know before I let you go, right from his heart. I've been lonely. I've been waiting for you. I'm pretending, and that's all I can do. The love I'm sending ain't making it through to your heart. I think there's something that you forgot. He thinks you forgot something, guys. I think everything that was lost or forgotten has been reclaimed and refound, has been resaturated, renourished, replenished, and brought back to life. I think you're no longer on a chain being jerked around by fragmented energy of someone who wanted multiple wives, but didn't have the capacity, the cachet, or the capital to afford it. You know what they say, the African energy is that you can have as many wives as you like if you can take care of them all just right. You know, I once was in college and had an RA who did live in the African kind of way, though she was Black American, her husband was that, and she talked to me about how they chewed the fat, and by that I mean how they made the decisions to take on a team, a dream team of women. And it was something that they did. And I thought, God, how do you manage that? That seems crazy. And she said, but he takes care of all of us expeditiously, wisely. We never are in need. He is abundant and we feel taken care of and seen. Some of your masculines, most of them are not that person. They don't have the ability to balance and do multiple things. So putting you in that position means that yes, all they can do is dream. And he can say your boyfriend is not like me. You're right. You're so right. You're so right, Little Wayne. And your boyfriend is not like me. Meaning the new person is faithful. The new person is consistent. The new person is loyal. The new person is ferociously protective of you. The new person is sexually connected to you. The new person is communicative. The new person includes you in family. Da, 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 da. Fill in the blank for whatever you want, Divine Feminine. You write the order. That's the fine print. Message. You write up your order for what you want as retribution for what he forgot. You get it all in the next person. It's not immediate. Don't rebound. Take your time. Look around. Vet, vet, vet. Never forget. Always vet. But when you find the right connection, you're right. My boyfriend is not like you. My girlfriend is not like you. They are completely the antithesis. Some of you guys, the message here too is you need to date a different crew. You guys have spent a lot of time with a type. I have a video up here. I always fall for your type. I certainly have a type. I certainly, let's say, had a type. For friendship, for lovership, for husband or wife, I had an unavailable, self-involved, narcissistic type. Maybe you can relate. And not in hair color or eyes or whatever, but in the way that they didn't participate. Yeah, not loving myself enough. Maybe that's something that you can relate to. And your angels say, hi, Mason. Yeah, I'm so glad you caught the live too, Tanisha. We're almost wrapping up on this one. Don't forget about that part. You get to create a mate that's right for you. Okay, guys? You get to figure that out. And no, the boyfriend is not going to be like them. And that's precisely the point. Because to wrap it completely, the relationship that you spent that was so depleting to thee is something that you actually, on some levels, wish you could forget. And that is because you didn't take the time, no matter how much you love your divine masculine, distorted masculine in my case, you didn't take the time to that message. Do not let that be your downfall in your next go round. The ball is firmly in your hands. The pen to script out what you want is firmly in your hands. And you have the full support of the universe for enduring the sinner that wanted to be a forgiver. You can't use someone up to the last minute and then say, oh, no, 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 forgive me. That's what I mean by they wanted to use you like salvation. Sure, in theory, you could party and sleep with everybody and murder people and be a crazy, wild person. And then you could ask for forgiveness when you're 85. And I imagine you get to go to heaven. Who knows? I don't know what the rules are. But did you live a life fully? Divine Feminine, so many of you here are meant to live a life fully in partnership. A lot of us thrive in that. It's not to say that we are desperate to need it, but a lot of us meet our highest agenda when we have nourishing support. I know how my chart's set up. I know how my life is. I know what works for me. You have to figure out what works for you. You may not be that person, but for those of you that know that that is you and that's what you're looking forward to, then please understand that you get your woman or man, but you get them and they're fully focused and connected and committed. They don't use you like salvation. They don't want to be forgiven. They don't need to be forgiven. Doesn't mean it won't happen in the future, that they may need some forgiveness from you, but it will not be anything reminiscent of your last boo. What did he say? And your boyfriend is not like me. No. Ma, you went and got a teardrop like me. Yes, a teardrop indicates a murder. I'm hearing someone please call 911. Tell them I've just been shot down and the bullets in my heart and it's leaking to my soul. What does he say? Feel my body getting cold. That's Mary J. and Wyclef Jean from the 90s. If you know, then you know. Early 2000s. Yeah. The teardrop indicates murders. If you ever see that on someone's face, however many teardrops means it's however many bodies. They're dropping a tear for the body that they stole. It's ritualistic, similar to thanking the animal after you kill it, but not really at all. That was a bad analogy. Or scalping someone, maybe even more so, but it's something to wear so that murderous people are known by other murderers. And it's like they're Girl Scout badges. These are all bad analogies, but you guys get what I'm saying. You went and got a teardrop like me. Why, Divine Feminine, would you have to go get a teardrop? Now, in real life, I'm sure his girlfriend did because that was their culture. But figuratively speaking, how do we relate this to us? You went and got a teardrop because the thing that was murdered was your soul. The thing that was murdered was your self-efficacy, was your self-love, was your self-esteem on a repeated basis, was your sanity as you tried to figure out the gaslighting, the lies, and the insanity that they were bringing to you. I'm such a sinner, but the Lord is a forgiver. The Lord is a forgiver. I'm not a forgiver of that anymore. And it doesn't mean that you don't forgive other people in your life and that other people cannot avail themselves to you and make things right. But when someone does something over and over, like that Ten of Swords that showed up, over and 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 over again, yes, the Lord is your forgiver because the forgiveness is not coming from thee. Yeah? And that's the energy that I want you to have and to see. Don't forget that. Christ is the forgiver. You are the divine feminine or masculine having an experience. And part of your experience is a union in this lifetime on this earth. It is not to be always in labor, giving birth to someone that wants to act like they are never going to be past infancy. Guys, it's so good sharing energy with you today. Let's take a look and see what you all had to say. All right. Let's go. Little Wayne is poetry. Who said that? Emily. Oh, Emily, you never cease to surprise and amaze me, girl. You never cease to surprise and amaze me. Tanisha, hey, sweet pea. How glad to get you on live. Hey, Mason. Can't wait to watch this video. Hope you're doing well tonight. Oh, thank you, Mason. This past girl I was talking to literally wears an upside down cross on her eye. Ooh, yeah. I wonder what she took. How many lives were lost for that, Mason? All right, guys. It was so good to share some energy with you. I don't know if I'm coming back on tonight. It's pretty late, and I think I said what I had to say. Yeah, sometimes you just say what you have to say. I don't know. I've got some more videos that I could definitely make that I need to make. But we'll see. I love you guys. Come back and join me next time and we'll continue to evolve together.